It feels like a different moment for financial services. We saw some job cuts at BlackRock in the last week. Also saw an acquisition as well, to be fair. Saw some job cuts from you, I believe, in the last year. Was it 1,500?
We saw some job cuts earlier on last year. Look, we're always optimizing our workforce, but last year was also the year where we doubled our analyst intake of new graduates out of college, and we're going to double it again this year.
Are you happy with the size of the workforce at the moment?
Look, at the end of the day, our workforce is reflective of what it is that we're trying to do for our clients. There are tailwinds associated with more efficiency. AI is a good example of it. There are also counterforces, which is more business and more things that our clients are demanding of us. We launched new products last year, new products that have innovation at their core. We are focused on being able to extend buy-side trading. That's a platform we have. We've extended it to our clients. We launched a new platform in the form of Wove, which is for the wealth market. And so there are puts and takes in the headcount equation for sure.
I'm going to go to markets in 1 second, but since you're talking about employment, how much has the work-from-home model died?
Well, Lisa, our view on that is that we want to be flexible. We've got 3 pillars of strategy at BNY Mellon. We are wanting to be more for our clients, we're wanting to run our company better, but we also want to power our culture. And so what we've said to our people is that there are puts and takes with that. We need to give to them. Flexibility is an example. We also did a program called BK Shares last year, where we made every person at BNY Mellon a shareholder of the company. We've also improved our health benefits, mental health benefits, with premium-free healthcare. But we also ask more from our people, and we do ask them to be here at least 3 days a week, helping, driving our clients forward, contributing to pushing forward knowledge with I just talked about our analyst program. You can't have new analysts in the building unless you have people to teach them.
So when you talk about income, one huge component of income for a lot of banks this year has been the fact that interest rates have been high and they don't have to pay as much interest to a lot of deposit accounts, and that's been a real tailwind for profitability. How much does that go away this year?
So NII was an important part of our growth last year, not the only part for sure, but we said at the beginning of the year that we expected 20% of NII increase, and we actually delivered more than that by the end of the year. We didn't change our guidance. It was important. We've got a lot of very sophisticated clients. We're largely an institutional firm, so our clients at the end of the day expect good pay of interest from us, and that's what we've delivered to them. Now, our prediction is that NII will soften this year. Most other banks have said similar things, and so that's where the fee and the innovation from our new products and services, that's really what will drive us forward, and that's what we said to the market when we announced earnings last week.
Last spring was tough for the banking industry. Can we reflect on that just for a moment? Precisely. So the specific banks that went under and struggled. And it felt like for a moment that maybe the financial system was under threat, and then we moved on really quickly. Any lessons from last year?
I think, Jonathan, there were a lot of lessons that we put into practice last year. Now, some of us have been practicing them for a while. You talked about resilience as we were starting off. Asset and liability management is a pretty core fundamental concept for a bank, and you have to do it really well. That's table stakes. We were reminded of that, but I wouldn't call it exactly a lesson, although it did depend who you were. And then as we went through the year, we had other examples of the importance of resiliency. Cyber's always on our mind, but so is innovation. We talk about AI a lot here at Davos this week, and AI is going to be important. We believe, we're excited about it, but at the end of the day, it needs to have guardrails. If we don't do those things well, like many things, it's going to be a problem. We view resilience as a commercial attribute, and our clients do too.
How excited are you about crypto? And I say this because you were the first major bank to offer custody services for crypto-related assets in 2022. So are you expanding that out? Are you kind of going to all of the parties that are being held here at Davos for the crypto space?
You know, I'm skipping the crypto parties, but what we have been doing...
That's the right answer.
100%.
Sounds like you've been having a lot of fun at them, but...
Absolutely not.
But what we've been focused on all along in the digital asset journey is the technology. Blockchain, we think, is going to be important for markets. Digital assets over time, tokenization, new assets being able to come into the mainstream financial system. Look, we touch 20% of all of the investable assets in the world. And so when there are ways to take assets that have not been easy to handle as part of the financial system and make them more mainstream in their operations, tokenization is an example of that, we're all for that.
Got a minute left, work with me. Faith in humanity. I wonder how much faith in humanity you have. Every single time we make some kind of technological advancement, we just end up working more. Now, AI, if it's going to transform our working lives, do you think we're just more productive but do even more? Or are we actually going to work less?
Well, AI is going to change the nature of jobs, at least in our view. We've been deploying AI into our workforce and into our products. I'll give you two quick examples,
sure, please do.
Which is right on point. So first of all, we play a very important role in the US Treasury market, and that vantage point allows us to see things, but AI helps us to see them more clearly and provide insights to our clients, and our clients are very interested in that. And an example of just improving quality of life, exactly to your question, we've had AI started to do draft writing of some of our research reports. And it's not to replace the person who's writing it. They used to have to get up at 4 a.m. in order to write the report. Now they can get up at 5 because they've got a first draft courtesy of AI. I'd say that's an improvement.